Shalom, brothers and sisters. So, this article not so great for Israel. Now, the world's #1 opioid consumer per capita, Israel faces an addiction epidemic. Israel has a serious opioid problem, according to a recent report published by the Taub Center for Social Policy Studies in Israel. The report warns that Israel is on the verge of an opioid epidemic based on several peer-reviewed studies indicating that in 2020, Israel led the world per capita in prescriptions for the potent and addictive drugs, initially lagging behind the US and other countries that have struggled with the opioid epidemic since the 90s. Israel has caught up and gone past in the past decade. Abuse of the drug fentanyl, 50 times stronger than heroin and highly addictive, plays a large role. The watershed was 10 years ago, because before that, doctors prescribed alternatives that were less access to opioids on the market. It wasn't as easy for patients to get them as it is today. Public health and addiction experts are working with the health ministry on a 3-year plan that takes into consideration the report's recommendation for a coordinated and integrated national program. They are stressing. The studies upon which Taub Center report relies also indicate that Israel's fentanyl use is mostly young people of lower socioeconomic status who are not suffering from cancer, because you'd think cancer with pain medications and things would be the main reason, but this is their young people, so they're soldiers. This increased use of opioids, especially fentanyl, has led to increased abuse and dependency, with dependency developing in just a few weeks. The number of opioid poisonings has increased, but fewer autopsies are performed in Israel, unlike other countries, due to religious restrictions. So the true extent of the overdose is completely unknown at this time, just that they have a huge problem with drug abuse. So this is one more attack on them as a nation by drugs, and that weathers down and breaks down their people. And most of them that are using these drugs and addicted to these drugs are their young people, i.e. their soldiers and their fighting force. This presents a huge predicament, considering the situation they're currently sitting in the Middle East, where their very existence, in their eyes, relies on their young people in the military. We know that it is always a situation of but God. So pray for Israel, keep them in your prayers, pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and keep looking up. Shalom.